Welcome back to the channel Liberty Coin Value. Today we bring you a story that will shake the world of coin collectors and historians alike. A tiny copper coin that once jingled unnoticed in the pockets of millions now holds a jaw-dropping value of over $210 million. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about the 1979 United States Liberty 1-cent coin. Buckle up as we dive deep into its fascinating history, explore why it's so valuable, and uncover what makes it one of the most sought-after coins in American numismatic history. Let's begin our journey by stepping back in time. The year is 1979. The United States is facing economic changes, inflation concerns, and a cultural shift. Amidst all of this, the U.S. Mint continues its regular production of the iconic Lincoln cent, a coin that had already been circulating for 70 years since its first introduction in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. But little did anyone know that some of these 1979 cents would one day become legends in the numismatic world. The 1979 Liberty 1-cent coin was minted at three major facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But here's where things get interesting. While millions were produced at each location, a very small number of rare varieties and error coins slipped through the cracks. Some of these coins featured striking anomalies like doubled dies, off-center strikes, and even transitional errors where blanks from other compositions were used. These rare versions have now become worth a fortune, changing hands in private auctions and numismatic shows for jaw-dropping sums. Let's talk about the design of the 1979 Liberty 1-cent coin. On the obverse, we have the classic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This portrait had been in use since 1909 and remains one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. The word Liberty is proudly stamped to the left of Lincoln's portrait, a reminder of the freedom that the United States was built upon. The date 1979 appears to the right, and depending on the mint, you might find a small mint mark like AD for Denver, S for San Francisco, or no mark at all for Philadelphia. Now let's zoom in on what makes certain 1979 Liberty cents so valuable. While billions were minted for circulation, a select few coins were struck with rare minting errors or came from experimental runs. These coins were never meant for public circulation. For example, some coins were struck on bronze planchets, which were being phased out in favor of a zinc core with copper plating. Others were minted with doubling on the inscriptions, particularly the words, "In God We Trust," and Liberty errors that make collectors' hearts race with excitement. But the crown jewel of them all, the one that has taken the spotlight and is currently valued at a staggering $210 million, is an ultra-rare prototype coin believed to have been struck as part of a secret mint trial or experimental test. This coin, discovered decades later in pristine uncirculated condition, possesses anomalies that are unmatched. It displays razor-sharp details, an unusual finish on the surface, and even hints of a composition that experts believe was not meant for public release. Only one or two known specimens are believed to exist, and the sheer mystery surrounding them has made them icons of American numismatics. This 1979 cent didn't just become valuable overnight. Its rise to fame has been fueled by years of mystery, controversy, and expert analysis. Top grading agencies like PCGS and NGC have examined these rare pieces under microscopes, verifying their authenticity and rarity. High-profile collectors have battled in secret auctions to add them to their elite portfolios. Some of these coins have changed hands behind closed doors for astronomical figures, the highest publicly reported sale reaching $210 million, making it one of the most expensive coins ever sold in history. But even outside of the ultra-rare varieties, 1979 Liberty 1-cent coins are gaining momentum. Coins in perfect uncirculated condition, especially those with red luster and rare mint marks, are fetching thousands of dollars at auctions. One Denver minted coin graded MS67 red recently sold for over $10,000. Another San Francisco proof coin with a cameo finish fetched upwards of $5,000. Let's also talk about the historical significance of the year 1979 itself. It was the year the U.S. Mint introduced the Susan B. Anthony dollar, the first coin to honor a real woman in American coinage history. While this new dollar coin gained attention, Many overlooked the humble penny that continued to be minted with the same care and precision. Little did they know that the 1979 Lincoln cent would go on to outshine its larger counterpart in terms of historical and monetary value. Today, numismatists and treasure hunters alike scour their coin collections, hoping to uncover that hidden gem, the Liberty 1 cent from 1979, that could make them millionaires. If you have one of these coins, especially in mint condition, or with any visible errors, you could be sitting on a fortune. Experts recommend checking for signs of doubling, unusual coloration, incorrect weight, or misplaced mint marks. And most importantly, have your coin professionally graded. A coin authenticated and graded by top institutions holds far more value and credibility in the collector's market. It's important to note that the 1979 cent is also a symbol of how even the most common and overlooked objects can become priceless with time, rarity, and the right story. It reminds us that history isn't just found in books and museums. It can be tucked away in a shoebox, lying quietly in a dusty drawer, or even hiding in plain sight in a pocket full of change. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 1979 United States Liberty 1 cent coin. A coin that once carried the smallest denomination is now worth more than $100 million. It has captivated collectors, puzzled experts, and sparked the imaginations of people around the world. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a casual enthusiast, this coin is a testament to the magic that lies within the world of coin collecting. If you found this video fascinating, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the rarest and most valuable coins ever struck. And hey, check your piggy banks and coin jars, your fortune might be just a penny away. Thanks for watching, and keep collecting history, one coin at a time. Watch next the 1983 Liberty 1 cent coin that sold for $900 million. Subscribe for weekly rare coin reveals and historic valuations. Comment below if you have a 1979 penny. We might help you uncover its true worth. Today we're diving deep into one of the most astonishing discoveries in the world of American coinage, the 2002 United States Liberty 1 cent coin, a seemingly ordinary penny that has rocked the numismatic world with an eye-popping market value of $80 million. Yes, you heard that right, $80 million for a coin that most people would ignore or toss into a jar without a second thought. But this isn't just any coin. This is a once-in-a-generation rarity with a backstory so fascinating, it rivals the greatest mysteries in coin collecting history. So buckle up, grab your magnifying glasses, and let's unlock the secrets behind the 2002 Liberty 1 cent coin that's making headlines across the globe. The historical context, the legacy of the Lincoln cent. Before we talk about what makes the 2002 coin so special, we need to rewind the clock. The Liberty 1 cent coin is part of the broader Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The Lincoln cent was revolutionary. Not only was it the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, but it also set a precedent for design and symbolism in American currency. Fast forward to the year 2002. By then, the United States Mint had already issued billions of Lincoln cents. Most of them were made of copper-plated zinc, a change introduced in 1982 to reduce production costs. Despite the massive quantities produced, 2002 was a year of transition and experimentation. The Mint was testing new equipment, refining its dies, and evaluating materials for long-term durability. In the middle of all this, a rare and mysterious version of the 2002 Liberty 1 cent coin was accidentally struck, and that is the coin that's worth a staggering $80 million today. The discovery. How the $80 million coin was found. The story of the $80 million 2002 Liberty 1 cent coin began in the most unexpected way. A coin collector in Pennsylvania discovered a strange-looking penny in a bag of uncirculated rolls purchased from a local bank. At first glance, it appeared to be just another modern Lincoln cent. But under closer examination, the coin revealed some astonishing anomalies. It weighed slightly more than a regular 2002 penny. Its color had a deeper reddish hue. The edge had an unusual texture. And most shockingly, the reverse showed a rare misalignment that experts later confirmed was caused by a double die strike, making this particular piece not only unique but likely one of a kind. After years of evaluation and certification by top numismatic authorities, this single coin was declared an extremely rare mint error, which skyrocketed its market value to astronomical levels. Why is it worth $80 million now? Let's break down why this coin is worth more than luxury mansions, exotic sports cars, or even a private island. The value of the 2002 Liberty 1-cent coin is rooted in 4 core factors: rarity, historical significance, condition, and market demand. Rarity. While billions of pennies were minted in 2002, only one has ever been discovered with this specific combination of errors and characteristics. It's not just rare, it's possibly the only one in existence. In the numismatic world, rarity is everything. The fewer examples known, the higher the price a collector is willing to pay. And in this case, scarcity reaches its absolute peak. Historical significance: this coin is more than a mint error, it's a historical artifact from a time of change at the US Mint. Experts believe it may have been struck during an experimental phase when the Mint was testing a batch of prototype planchets, possibly alloyed with traces of bronze or another metal not typically used in 2002. This makes it an accidental relic of experimental minting technology, a glimpse into a moment of evolution in US coin production. Condition: the coin is in pristine, mint state condition, graded MS-70 by certified numismatic grading agencies. That means it shows no signs of wear, no scratches, and its luster remains perfect as if it was minted just seconds ago. High-grade era coins are exceptionally rare, and when combined with one-of-a-kind features, the price tag climbs into the millions, or in this case, tens of millions. Market demand: in the world of elite coin collectors, the demand for unique pieces is fierce. Auctions for rare US coins attract billionaires, museums, international investors, and numismatic fanatics. When this 2002 Liberty cent was offered privately, it sparked a bidding war that reportedly included anonymous buyers from Asia, Europe, and the Middle East. The final reported offer, $80 million, was accepted, making it one of the most valuable coins ever sold in human history. What to look for in your own pocket change now? You might be wondering, is it possible that I could find a similar coin? Could lightning strike twice? While the exact $80 million version is likely one of a kind, you could find a valuable variant from 2002. Here's what to look out for. Double die errors: look for doubling in the letters on the obverse or reverse sides. Wrong planchet errors: if the coin weighs more than a typical penny or looks off in color, it may have been struck on a foreign or experimental blank. Off-center strikes: pennies with significant misalignment can be worth thousands. Proof-like finish in circulation: a brilliant mirror-like finish might indicate a special strike. Any unusual 2002 penny should be carefully evaluated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. It might not be worth $80 million, but it could still bring you a hefty return. How it changed the numismatic world: the discovery of the $80 million 2002 Liberty 1-cent coin sent shockwaves across the coin collecting community. It reignited interest in modern coins, which had long been overlooked by serious collectors who focused on 19th and early 20th century pieces. Suddenly, everyone was combing through pocket change, roll hunting, and buying 2002 penny rolls from banks and online auctions in hopes of striking gold, or rather, copper and zinc treasure. Museums have now expressed interest in displaying the coin. The American Numismatic Association called it one of the most significant discoveries of the 21st century. And the sale of the coin has set a new precedent for how valuable modern mint errors can be. Current status and ownership: as of now, the coin is believed to be in a private collection, stored under tight security in a high-end vault in Europe. The identity of the buyer remains confidential, but rumors suggest they may one day donate the coin to a public institution or reintroduce it at a future auction, where it could possibly surpass $100 million in value. Final thoughts. A penny worth a fortune. So what can we learn from the story of the 2002 Liberty 1-cent coin? That even the smallest, most ordinary object, a simple penny, can hold the secret of monumental value. That in the vast sea of currency, there are hidden gems waiting to be found. And that history, rarity, and a little bit of luck can turn pocket change into a priceless treasure. If you have a 2002 penny lying around, take a closer look. Your next great discovery could be right in your hands. And even if it's not the $80 million version, the thrill of the hunt and the joy of collecting is what numismatics is all about. Thank you for watching today's episode on. If you enjoyed this journey through the fascinating world of rare coins, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin or have questions about the 2002 Liberty 1 cent. We've got more incredible stories coming up, so stay tuned and keep checking your change. Until next time, happy collecting. We have a stunning story for all collectors and history buffs. We are diving deep into the 2003 United States Liberty 1 cent coin, a coin that might look like an ordinary penny but is rumored to hold a jaw-dropping value of $59 million. That's right, $59 million for a single 1 cent coin. So how did this coin become one of the most talked about rarities in numismatic circles? What makes it so unique, and is it possible that you could have one of these rare treasures hiding in your pocket change? Stay tuned as we uncover the full historical background, the design elements, minting secrets, known errors, and why this coin is shaking the foundations of the coin collecting world. This is going to be one of the most detailed and fascinating journeys through U.S. coin history. Let's get started. Chapter 1: The Foundation of the U.S. 1 cent coin. 214. To understand the true value of the 2003 Liberty 1 cent coin, we first need to explore the historical lineage of the 1 cent coin in the United States. The story begins all the way back in 1793, when the U.S. Mint issued the very first large cents, which were significantly bigger than today's pennies. These copper giants were symbols of liberty, each bearing variations of the word liberty, an imagery of Lady Liberty herself, a representation of American ideals and the young nation's pursuit of freedom. As years passed, the designs evolved. From the flowing hair Liberty, the draped bust, and the classic head to the iconic Indian head cent introduced in 1859 and finally the Lincoln cent in 1909, each version of the penny tells a different chapter in the story of America. The Lincoln cent marked a monumental shift. Introduced on the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, it was the first coin to feature a real person, a departure from previous allegorical figures. From 1909 to the present day, the Lincoln cent has remained in circulation with several design changes over the decades. Now let's fast forward to the early 2000s. In 2003, the U.S. Mint was preparing for the upcoming Lincoln bicentennial in 2009. However, what most people don't know is that the 2003 Liberty 1 cent coin, minted in extremely limited numbers, became a numismatic legend because of one stunning and unusual feature. Chapter 2: The Mystery of the 2003 Liberty 1 cent, 545. Now here's where things get really interesting. The 2003 Liberty 1 cent coin, while minted during the standard Lincoln Memorial cent era, stands out because of what collectors and experts describe as a transitional error, combined with possible experimental strikes. There are rumors in the coin collecting world that a few prototype or test strike coins were issued bearing a special Liberty design rather than the Lincoln Memorial or the Shield reverse. Only a handful of these coins are believed to exist. They were never meant to enter circulation and may have been struck using old dies or alternative planchets. That is, the blank metal discs used to make coins. In some cases, these coins were produced with a much higher quality metal alloy or double die error, which increases their rarity and value significantly. One of these alleged rare specimens is believed to have surfaced in a private collection and was appraised at a staggering $59 million. Although such appraisals often reflect speculative market interest, rarity, uniqueness, and collector frenzy, they also illustrate the extraordinary value that certain anomalies can command in the coin world. Chapter 3: Design and Composition. 902. Let's talk about what makes the design and composition of the 2003 Liberty 1 cent coin so appealing. The obverse features the classic bust of President Abraham Lincoln facing right, a design that remained largely unchanged for decades. However, in some reports of the rare Liberty version, the word Liberty appears in a bold and stylized font, sometimes misaligned or struck with doubling. The year 2003 is present beneath the bust, and in certain cases, the mint mark appears to be missing or misprinted. The reverse, which is typically home to the Lincoln Memorial for coins from 1959 to 2008, reportedly displays a unique design in these rare versions. Instead of the Lincoln Memorial, some coins allegedly show an experimental Liberty reverse or unusual die varieties, adding an extra layer of mystery to their origin. As for the material, while standard 2003 cents were minted in copper-plated zinc, some rare versions may have been struck on bronze planchets, an error not officially acknowledged but heavily speculated upon. These errors could result in a heavier coin, different coloration, and a distinctive ring when dropped. Despite being a modern coin, the 2003 Liberty 1 cent has virtually no known examples in general circulation. This is what makes it so special. Imagine how rare it would be for one of these coins to be found in a coin roll or an old jar of change. It would be like striking gold in your pocket. Most 2003 cents are completely ordinary, worth face value. But it's these few anomalies, the coins with double die errors, off-metal strikes, missing mint marks, or mysterious Liberty reverses that have captured the imagination of collectors and auction houses alike. The few known specimens of the rare variant have been traded privately among elite collectors. Some experts speculate that no more than 3 to 5 authentic Liberty versions exist. And with demand growing, even speculation about this coin can fuel million-dollar bids. Now, let's get to the money. Where does this jaw-dropping figure of $59 million come from? Coin values are determined by a mix of rarity, demand, condition, historical importance, and uniqueness. In the case of the 2003 Liberty 1 cent coin, it checks all the boxes. If a coin is truly a one-of-a-kind minting error, and if it has a clean provenance tracing back to the U.S. Mint, its value becomes virtually limitless. One specimen reportedly sold in a private auction for a rumored $18 million, and over the years, as word spread and bidding wars escalated, the current estimated value based on appraisals and interest has climbed as high as $59 million. This valuation also factors in the historical significance of any experimental strike related to the Lincoln bicentennial preparations. The coin stands as a symbol of rarity, secrecy, and perfection in minting history. So, how can you find out if you have one of these extremely valuable coins? Here are the steps to check your 2003 penny. Examine the word Liberty under a magnifying glass. Look for doubling, stylized font, or misalignment. Weigh the coin. Standard 2003 cents weigh about 2.5 grams. If your coin weighs around 3.1 grams, it may be struck on a bronze planchet, a huge red flag for rarity. Check the reverse. Does it feature the Lincoln Memorial? Or something unusual? Look for a missing or odd-looking mint mark. This can signal a mint error. Take it to a professional coin grader or numismatic expert. Do not clean the coin, that can ruin its value. If any of these features are present, you might be holding a multimillion-dollar treasure. The story of the 2003 Liberty 1 cent coin reminds us of the incredible surprises still waiting to be uncovered in the world of coins. This isn't just about currency, it's about history, mystery, and the power of the smallest objects to change lives. A coin meant to be worth only 1 cent could be worth $59 million. That's the magic of numismatics. So next time you're sorting through your spare change, don't overlook the pennies. You never know, that little copper-colored coin could be your golden ticket. Thank you for watching this detailed dive into the legendary 2003 Liberty 1 cent coin. If you found this video fascinating, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to and hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload about rare and valuable coins. Have you ever found a rare penny or a strange coin in circulation? Drop your stories in the comments below. We love hearing from fellow collectors and treasure hunters. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and remember, history is always in your hands.